You can't miss it. Belize's sargassum problem is bigger than ever. Miles of the brown seaweed on our coastline, releasing foul-smelling gases and suffocating marine life. Cleaning it up isn't cheap either. Businesses are spending thousands on equipment and manpower, all while tourism numbers take a hit. That's why the Belize Fund for a Sustainable Future has stepped in with an emergency response grant to help tackle the cleanup and ease the burden.
This is really a national challenge or a national emergency that needed to be addressed, and the entire board agreed that it is important. And we had recently finalized our emergency response grants window, and so the discussion and the decision was that then the fund would look at engaging with the blue economy, with the Ministry of Tourism also, to see how they can help support and provide some relief to this issue. And it is, as we've all heard, it's here for as long as we are facing these challenges globally. And so the fund, beyond this support, will be looking at mechanisms to continue to provide some support.
The Belize Fund has allocated $250,000 to the cleanup relief efforts through a new partnership with the Belize Tourism and Industry Association and the Belize Hotel Association to help distribute the funds. The associations are calling on businesses in impacted areas in San Pedro, Kikaker, Placencia, Hopkins, St. Bite, and other offshore islands to apply for the grant of up to $5,000. Executive Director of the Belize Tourism Industry Association, Lynette Canto, explains the process.
You don't have to be a member of any of the two organizations to be able to get this support. The criteria is that you need to be along the coastline, you need to be a business, an enterprise that is already trying to fight the sargassum situation. So we have a list of criteria that we're looking at. We're going to be opening the application process as soon as this event has concluded, and people will be able to go online, view the flyer, see what the criteria is. We already have the application forms as a part of the flyer, so if you believe that you would be qualifying for the grant, then you can go ahead and start applying.
Both organizations will be reviewing the applications to make sure that the criteria is met before the funds are dispersed. Applicants are only permitted one grant and cannot apply to both organizations. Ronaldo Malik, president of the Belize Hotel Association, explains how grant recipients can utilize the funds they receive.
We foresee that the primary tool in every resort's toolbox right now is human capital. Once it gets to shore, there are a bunch of technologies out there, beach rigs, turtles, all sorts of stuff that can be implemented. But once it gets to shore and it locks up onto that beach, then your primary resource is going to be human resource. So we anticipate that the vast majority of the applications are going to be focused on using the grant money to fund extra labor that they're having to bring in right now. And then a smaller quantity are probably going to buy or put it towards buying some equipment. Even with the human resource, you do need things like wheelbarrows and proper rigs.